Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Living Life, a Life You. I am your host, Dr. Veronica Garcia. And today we are joined by a very special guest. I am really excited for you guys to know her. She has expanded the athletics department at Life University. Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit of what you're doing right now.
Awesome. I'm Jenitra Shields. I'm the women's flag football coach here at Life University. So I'm the head coach here, and we're inaugurating a team. So it's a lot of things to do.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of process. We were talking just before we started recording about, you know, the different steps that we have to take left and right to make it to the goal, to make it to the game day. Mm-hmm. But why flag football? What encouraged you to do flag football? And nonetheless, what encouraged you to coach it?
All right. So as far as the 11-on-11 game goes, American football is classified as that, which is what you see more on TV or bigger name schools. Like you're going to see 11-on-11 fully padded equipment versus the different divisions of flag. They vary. So you have anywhere from 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s. The women's division for the collegiate game is 7v7 screen style. Gotcha. So that means there shouldn't be much contact, more than you would see in a basketball game. Okay. But as far as the flag pulling goes, that's how we make tackles. We use a 2-pop flag for the collegiate game versus high school girls use a triple threat flag, which is a different belt. Okay. And also, flag football is like the fastest growing sport in the world. So the goal is to keep it growing, also by giving other countries opportunities to learn football concepts that mirror 11-on-11 without having to equip players with $2,000, $3,000 worth of equipment per athlete. So it makes it a little bit more worldly of a sport because everyone can afford to play football, you know? So I really like that it's like opening up the game so everybody can get involved.
That's awesome. That's exciting. And definitely as a previous athlete, the hardest piece of it was getting the equipment so that you can get on the field and do what you've been training for. Right. So it sounds like it definitely opens the door for a lot of, different backgrounds, whether you have the resources or not, to still be able to love on a sport and perform it and be dedicated, but also now to actually have a means and a resource to pay for those careers. Yes. So talk to me about the scholarship piece of it. To be able to get the money in, to be able to apply for it, to pay for those studies, what are some of those steps that people have to go through in order to get to that point?
Well, if you want to play flag football at Life University, okay, you need to go on Instagram, okay, LifeU_WFF. That is where you will find our prospect link. Perfect. You click the prospect link, you fill out the prospect form, and I reach out to you to follow up with what the next steps are. Perfect. The next steps are pretty much going to be making sure you apply to school, making sure you've done your FAFSA, getting you set up to apply for housing. Once I get your transcripts and I get your game film or get you up on campus for a tryout, I can make you an offer for a scholarship, or we have space for walk-on athletes, and we have space for managers, and we have space for visual arts people, graphic designers. We have room for that. So it's a lot of room in the program because it is a football program. Right. So the team is only going to make up literally, part of the organization. So there's a lot of different layers to the organization running well. I'm definitely looking for graduate assistants to come in and support coaching that are interested in that type of a career goal. I had a really cool opportunity to get one of our new commits to join pretty much NFL flag to work as an event coordinator. So she's already coming in as a freshman, getting career readiness experience, working with one of the #1 companies in NFL flag, so it's awesome to be able to share what's coming to me from me playing the game so long. I like to share because someone had to hand it down for me. Someone opened the door for me. It's nice to open the door for these girls that are still interested in playing, and anybody who wants to play, even if there's guys that want to be involved, you might not be able to play, but maybe I can use you as a manager. You could do scout team, so if you want to be involved, I'm definitely wanting people to come from our community and get involved. Faculty included, staff, if you want to be involved, just reach out to me,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting. And talk to me a little bit about what would be what does the program of play look like? When does the season start? How does that look like? What does the calendar look like?
Well, the calendar probably in the fall quarter, we'll have some intramural type games here with intra-squad games where we'll play ourselves. Later on towards that quarter, we're going to try to get some invitationals going, go to a couple tournaments to prepare for the actual competitive season, which is our season, is in the spring. So spring 2024 is when we're going to actually compete against the other schools that are, in the Sun Conference. Yeah. We are the NAIA. Sun Conference is our conference, and we're going to play a lot of cool teams. We're trying to do some back and forth games. Scheduling is happening right now, but a lot of these schools are in season right now, so they're not looking to talk about scheduling with me right now because they have a team to manage, which is, I'm sure they'll make space for us because we want people to come and see our campus and compete with us. But the season's going to flow. You have to have pregame challenges. You want to let your team get some time to build some chemistry with themselves through challenging games. I definitely want to get some other women's teams around to compete against my program here because there's a lot of great flag football in the state of Georgia, from the pro level, 8 women's teams, co-ed teams. There's a lot of support and a lot of places to compete. So we don't have to necessarily go everywhere. We're going to travel, but we can bring a lot of things to us. But the biggest thing for me is making sure that we're ready to compete. We're game ready. We're equipped. We're outfitted. We're mentally on point where we need to be. School has to be first. You got to go to strength and conditioning with coach. You got to go see the dietitian. You got to go with Miss Kathy over there in athletics. You have to make sure you're managing the pieces of being a human so you can be a good student athlete. So that's important for us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned go to Instagram, complete the application, and then we'll go from there. Is there any other piece that maybe a prospective student, maybe someone who's still into a junior high school or just senior high school, on any other piece that they should be going ahead and getting started and getting prepared for if they don't have any kind of experience in the sport?
Just make sure you have your grades in order.
Yeah.
I'm really not choosing and choosy on if you have years of flag football experience. It's a very new sport,
right?
As far as a college game goes. So I don't want to, isolate us away from other people having a chance to learn and play the game, but just know what you'll be taking on. There are some championship athletes in the team. There are some girls that's been playing for 10 years. There are some girls that this has been their lifestyle, and they've been waiting for the opportunity, just like, people that want to get involved. So it's going to be a cool mix of people, but don't not ask.
Right.
Like, don't hold on to I'm not going to be good enough. Like, honestly, in life, you have to make sure that you try. Just go ahead and present your best effort, present your best work, and you will get your goals. Don't compete yourself out of trying, meaning I think I'm not good enough to do it. I've never been good enough. Every time I show up, someone say, "Oh, you're not good enough," and then I'm like, "Well, I'm just going to try."
Yeah.
And by me trying, I messed around and got this opportunity. So we're just going to keep trying. I say try.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Well, congratulations. And thank you so much for all the work that you're doing behind the scenes, because I know it's endless. If you need any support from any of us, we are here for you. I love what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
And I'm so excited for the world to know and for the world to see what the women's flag football team at Life University is about to accomplish, because already that love and that service and that dedication that you have projects to your athletes and projects to the university, and I'm freaking excited for you.
Thank you. I got to tell you some cool news happened this week.
Yes, please.
They actually put us up an exhibit in the Chik-Fil-A College Hall of Fame. So if you go to the Chik-Fil-A Football Hall of Fame this month, they have an exhibit for Women's History Month. They featured me and Life University as far as being the inaugural team for this school. So it's big. They're showing us a lot of love here in Georgia. They also gave Reinhardt University a shout out as well. They're like our northern flag football sister, if you will. They're a little bit farther north, but it's really cool to be recognized as a football entity at the Chik-fil-A, Football Hall of Fame, in the middle of recruiting season. So I just want to say thank you, Chik-fil-A.
Thank you. I love that. Congratulations. Yeah. And I'm sure that's just the smallest door opening to amazing, great things. Congratulations on everything that you're doing. Thank you for spending some time with us. How can people contact you besides Instagram? Email. You can email me. My email is Jenitra, Jenitra.Shields @life.edu. You can email me directly. Perfect. And send me whatever you need to go there. I check my email like a mad person. I have a lot of business right now, so I'm always in that email. I'll email faster than I will text. That's awesome. My student athletes talk about me really bad already. They're like, "Coach, you don't never answer them text." I'm like, "Well, email me." I'm trying to do work for us. You know? Exactly. So, email is definitely a great way to reach me. Perfect. And then also my office number is listed on the athletics website. So we have a full-on staff directory. Awesome. If you go on there, if you didn't catch the email I spit out, you can pull it up right there on our athletics staff directory website. Wonderful. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jenitra. It was a pleasure meeting you. It was a pleasure. My pleasure. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Good luck with recruiting. If you're interested, don't sit on it. Don't sleep on it. Go ahead and take action. Send an email. Ask a question. Get connected. And maybe you'll find a new passion. Well, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. And we hope to see you on the next episode of Living Life at LifeU. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.